ladies and gentlemen, is a man who's a 4-time NFL MVP, a guy whose Achilles has made us all learn a lot more about Achilles. Quarterback for the New York Jets, formerly of the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers. Why? How about it? Still got the juice, pal.
Still got it. Still got it.
How's the week been? I assume there's been a lot of rehab and recovery. What have you? Well, hold on. Hell yeah, dude. Hey, it's Notre Dame's campus, bro, near Chicago. No ties to you at all. Hell yeah, Aaron, look at you, buddy. Okay, you're their landlord, most of them, Bears fans, still thing, moved out, but still got the house. We get it. Okay, let's talk about you right now. How's the week? What have you been up to, pal?
I'm actually in rehab right now. You can see behind me, I got my machines and shit. So I'm just getting after the rehab this week. It's been, it's tough. It's tough. Every single day is tough. Not to be with the guys, even when they check in or I hear from coaches, whatever. It's great, but it's also, disappointing not to be out there. But I'm just grinding on the rehab in here and looking forward to getting back out to Jersey at some point.
Yeah, they talk about, when you're injured, it's isolating, it's lonely. You don't feel like you're a part of the team anymore because for you, especially with how hands-on you were with the entire New York Jets operation, seemingly from outside looking in and on hard, and then all of a sudden it just stops. Now you're in a room that has no paintings on the wall. You're sitting there all by yourself. What do you have to do? You just kind of got to think about the future while you're getting through this process, or where do you keep your mind at while you're doing it all?
Like the reverse darkness retreat, Yeah. Nothing around except for light all the time. No, I just think it's been great. I've had so many people checking in on me. Again, just countless number text messages and calls and FaceTimes. Obviously, because I'm back in California, so you got to FaceTime me. But FaceTime and DMs and everything. It's been great. I got some people that have been staying with me that have been just fantastic, taking care of me. I got my chef out here cooking up some incredible meals. So I'm well taken care of, and I usually like to be the one taking care of people. And so this is the time for me to just kind of sit and receive and try and find some joy in the process. It's tough though. It's tough. It's not easy, but there's been some progressions with the rehab the last couple of days, so that kind of gets the hope meter kind of trending upwards a little bit, the joy meter trending up a little bit. But yeah, it's good to see you guys. I watched, we got the show on here at the rehab center, so I saw Ty, unbelievable. I can't believe he did that, Ty. Congrats, bro. That's incredible. The fact that Lou went along with that, I mean, big props to Coach Holtz for that. That's incredible.
Concur completely. I mean, Lou, they're not booing. That's a Lou chant. Yeah, Ty
and the fact that he knew about it, like he was aware of it.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Well, he knew about it, came, did it, was thankful too. Think about that. Like, thank you for us. It's like, thank us. Don't be thanked to us. Thank you, pal. Because like he has his Holtz Heroes Foundation, which has a Twitter account. And they're always the one that responds. Anytime Ty does anything, they will always like critique what he said, like minus the swear words. The sentiment is true. And we're like, all right, are they actually connected to Coach Holtz or not? So through this whole process, we found out they are. He is very well aware of everything that has happened, and he's cool with it, Aaron. That's not normal. A lot of people have egos that get incredibly pissed off, Yeah,
like AJ Hawk. I'm sure he's still steaming about that chant that was just going on.
That chant. There's a guy that has a sign that says AJ sits down to pee, Aaron, and I've been talking to him the whole time. I think I'm okay with it.
No, he's been talking to him because AJ's been trying to let this guy know. You need to take that down.
I don't do that. I don't do that.
Never done that.
Because I'm about factual information. That's not factual, but it's okay. Maybe I'll start.
A lot of urine talk about you.
Age, I wanted to talk to you. Last time I was on, we kind of talked about the dolphin mating frequencies.
Yeah.
And the healing powers of those.
Oh, yeah. That's a big
got
deal.
some traction, I guess.
So I've been hearing from a lot of different people about some real alternative stuff, and one of them felt like something that was up your alley. You used to do But is it true that there's a lot of healing powers in drinking your own piss every day? Or
See, you know it. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Thank you. You were there the whole time. Are you going to do this?
Well, Aaron, so I sat next to Aaron in our team meeting for 9 years straight, and I was under the impression he was drinking his own piss every single day. That's why I thought you're so good and you have such a quick release. Is that not true?
Hold on. Are you doing that now? Are you doing alternative?
You're definitely doing it now. With all the hippie stuff you're doing now, you're drinking pee all day.
Yeah, we saw the ayahuasca boys that, before before kickoff there against the Bills. Is there any? Are you doing any alternative rehab though? That's a great question. I think this is actual real question here.
Well, I'm not drinking any piss, and the dolphin mating frequency, that was a joke as well.
No!
It could be real.
No.
Could be real, though.
I mean, we don't know. Has anybody tried it with an Achilles?
Yeah,
Maybe. I don't know if anybody's tried it. I don't know if it's scientifically proven or not. But what are you doing? Is it just standard Achilles stuff? Because whenever AJ asked about you thinking about coming back soon, Greeny went crazy. Then we learned a lot about Achilles in the surgeries. I guess there's a different style of surgery that is modern technology where it can expedite the healing process. Because what is that? Do you know anything about this? Do you want to talk about any of this? Or is that an accurate statement about the procedure you got on your Achilles?
Well, first, I'm about to drop a bombshell here. Not everything that you see on TV or read wherever you get your news is 100% accurate.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. I know, it's hard to believe.
What?
Now, I will say some of the things that reported about the type of surgery I got was factual. Some of the stuff was not entirely factual. So I did get, Dr. Elitros did my surgery. There's some validity to how they describe the surgery. However, these type of injuries can take a lot of time. It can be 6, 8 to 12 months. There's been few guys who've come back at 4.5. I think Cam Akers came back at like 4.5. A couple guys at 5 months. So, I don't want to get caught into a timeline. I just want to get healthy, honestly, mentally and physically, honestly. But I'm going to do everything I can rehab-wise to put myself in a position to be ready to play football again at some point. And that's the goal. I mean, there's obviously when this happened, there's a lot of thoughts about like, is that it? You just, cash it in, you're done. I just don't feel like I am. So I'm going to put myself in position to be able to play again, and then see when that is.
Okay, well, we're all pumped to hear that. Okay, we are very pumped to hear that we still have Aaron Rodgers, especially with the new mustache that looks fantastic.
Well, look, I saw Arthur on the show, and he's been, for whatever reason, he's been repping a mustache real hard. And I want to just say, Arthur, this has been years, bro.
Welcome.
Years. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the big show.
Have you ever met him?
I haven't, no.
I think he's...
Seems like a good dude, though.
Yeah. Feels like we haven't met him personally, but just through our conversations with him, feels like a guy that is probably misunderstood in about 95% of the conversations he's in. But to the 5% people that understand it, it's like, oh, this guy's a genius and hysterical if you're listening to this idiot speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
I think it happens with you a little bit every once in a while, which is probably kindred spirits. You just said that you had a good first couple days here at rehab this week. Is there many goals that you guys are setting, I assume? And I assume you're just knocking them all out of the ballpark.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get into a lot of those.
No, come on. Lay them out.
Competitive advantage. Competitive advantage over my fellow, rehabbers here. But no, there's definitely some goals. The first goal was to get out of the cast. Second goal to get out of the boot, which would coincide with walking, and then walking leads to movement, faster movement, and then ultimately some sort of running at some point. But yeah, we're trying to get out of the boot is kind of the next goal. So when I feel the strength to be able to stand up on my own, and that's involved with walking, then the boot comes off, and then it kind of gets exciting, I think, because then you feel like you're not just a big, turd laying around, everybody, taking care of you. So that'll be nice.
Yeah, you can enjoy it for a little bit. Then you're going to get antsy, I assume. And I'm excited to see how you handle all those different parts of it. We assume incredibly you're Aaron Rodgers. AJ obviously has a few questions for you.
Do you have any timetable on when you may possibly get back to New Jersey and get around the guys in the squad?
Yeah, I'd like to be able to walk. So whenever I can walk, then I'll probably be back in Jersey. I miss the guys, and obviously every single day I'm checking in with Zach and Hackett and Todd and CJ or Billy or whoever hits me up. And the guys been great keeping in touch with me. But I miss the guys. It's hard to be away from them. And we got a couple home games in a row, New England this weekend and Kansas City. So hopefully I'll be able to get back there at some point. But I'd like to be walking.
You going to be on the sideline? When you do go back, do you have a plan? Like, hey, I want to watch on the sideline, headset, booth, whatever it might be?
Call plays.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't think I can be on the sideline until I can evade, guys running over that might be in my way. So, I don't know what they would want. I don't know if I'm going to be hanging out with Woody and Christopher in the owner's box.
Yep.
Or
Smart play.
Yeah, not bad.
Smart play.
eating some hot dogs. I don't eat hot dogs.
Yeah, I was about to say you would never in a million years. Are you still sticking with the diet super? Because you could take a couple weeks here probably and, really get disgusting with it if you wanted to eat. Are we sticking? Because you were at the best shape you had been, right? I don't want to speak out of pocket, but the way you looked at Tahoe, buddy, super jocked. Are we sticking with it? Or are we?
Well, I had AAA with me, so he was keeping me. He's keeping me jocked. But I got AAA's. He's helping me out, and we're eating super clean still. I'm not trying to let myself go. Didn't get myself in great shape just to, become a, slob like AJ has in his later years.
AJ, they don't like him here. There's a lot of negative things being said about AJ Hawk. This is the first time we've gone public where I've heard that.
Yeah.
How many OHIOs have been going on?
None.
We're not in Ohio. The game's in Notre Dame, Aaron.
Yikes.
But now this could be one of the biggest babyfaces turns I've seen in a long time. He's going to be shooting. I'll let the people speak.
Yeah.
Who would I be to step on that? The people wanting to speak, they have spoken. But at the end of this, he's going to be shooting for somebody's tuition. Have you heard about this? He's been doing this each week.
I saw he made on the second one last week. What was going on with these lacrosse guys? I couldn't hear what was going on with that.
Okay, so they just, Chris Kavanaugh, who's little brother of Pat Kavanaugh, who's little brother of Matt Kavanaugh, are the Kavanaugh brothers of the Notre Dame lacrosse team, pretty much. And Chris Kavanaugh hit 3 targets. He had 8 shots at it, and 50 people won $500 or something like that because he did it. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool. He missed the first 3, though. Oh, this guy sucks.
What's AJ shooting for? A scholarship?
Yeah, scholarship for only one person, though. These Notre Dame prices are insane. We've done 4 everywhere else, only 1 here. We got 1 shot. AJ's going to make it, though, right? Yep. For the people.
It's going in.
He made it in 2, though, right? How many shots did he get? Are we giving him
just 1 today,
10
right?
shots just to make 1 or what?
Yeah, you come take the shot if you want from an elevated position.
Okay.
I'm going to make it, but I only get 1 chance today.
There's been 4. He's been shooting 4 opportunities each time. And he made.
And he gets one shot?
Yeah. It's
no
tough.
Chance. He won't make it just on principle because they've been chanting, let's go, Brandon, or whatever they've been chanting.
Not yet. Not yet.
That's not what that has not been the chant. But
hopefully soon.
There's a chant. Shane Gillis is coming, so.
Right.
That's going to be a whole. He's picking the whole entire NFL slate with us. I'm sure that's going to be great. Tone has a question for you, old Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron,
Tone?
Hey, buddy.
I like the beard, Tone. You're looking good, buddy.
Thank you. You know what? I appreciate that coming from you. Your opinion means a lot to me. How was the first Sunday of NFL? Did you watch? Could you watch? What were your emotions on the first Sunday?
Oh, I definitely watched. I need to do something. Just laying around, you get kind of bored. There's so many times you could run back through the book club books.
Of course.
So definitely watched a lot of football last weekend. I enjoy the Red Zone channel. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy watching the Red Zone channel. So watched that in the morning, and then just watched the Jets game on PBS in the afternoon. So it's tough. It's tough. It's really tough. You're sitting there knowing you should be out there and disappointed about the whole thing, but cheering on my guys, loving them, and hopefully we bounce back this week.
What did you see from Micah in that? Trevon Diggs just tore his ACL and no non-contact on yesterday's practice or something for the Dallas Cowboys, which is a huge loss for them. I'll let you speak on it more. But watching that Dallas Cowboys defense, what were you thinking from your perspective for your guy Zach trying to figure it out?
Well, there's a couple guys in the league that the whole game plan has to revolve around them. Aaron Donald, for sure. Micah Parsons, for sure. And then maybe 1 or 2 other guys. But you always want to have the slide going to them. or a back checking on him or something, just because he's so dynamic. Doesn't matter who he's going against. He's an elite player. However, what these good coordinators have done in LA and Dan Quinn in Dallas is they find ways to single them up, whether they put them at three technique and have a jam front, or whether they put them over the center like they do sometimes. Last year he was playing a little bit more off the ball at times, and I felt like that was almost easier for us to get the slide on him and be able to have four hands possibly on him. This year he seems to be playing on the line of scrimmage the entire time and then moving around. He has the right side, left side, three technique over the center. So he's just such a dynamic guy in a short space. He can make a guy miss. Like we ran duo, and we got an awesome right guard, and he just like in the hole at three tech made him miss and made the tackle on the backfield. And he's a special player. We were fortunate last year when we played him. The entire plan was stopping him, and we frustrated him a little bit. I'm sure the entire plan was stopping him again last week, and he made a couple plays. Made a lot of plays. I mean, he made looked
He was
around
crawling
for a
at
sack
one
on the first
point.
down. He made a fumble recovery. I mean, he's a different type of player.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. And his crawl, he's going like 20 yards in like 1.3 seconds on all fours. And then he told us, I don't know if you saw him talk to us, he said, I'm growling at people in the locker room. I want to let them know that this is real. Like he is, you know how Jim Carrey turned into Andy Kaufman?
Yes. Yep.
You know what I mean? How that happened? Feels like Micah has turned into an actual lion. Like that is how he acts. And when he was talking to us, his eyes were getting like this. It was interesting. It was very interesting. But that's like the mindset he is using to take himself to the next level. It's happening. I think it's working, Aaron. I think it's working.
Well, I think he's already been there. He's just, the more airtime that they get and the better they play, the more spot. I mean, he plays Dallas still, but everybody knows who he is now. He doesn't creep up on anybody. And like I said, the entire plan, doesn't matter who they're playing. I don't know who they got this week, but I guarantee you the plan is find 11, be able to get four hands on them, and not let them get off. But they got other really talented guys on the defensive line. They got a couple great backers. They have, until unfortunately Diggs got hurt, you got Gilmore and Diggs. You got two solid safeties. So, good football team.
Are you studying each week as if you're playing?
I'm not. Honestly, I'm not. Not yet. When I get back there, I will. I mean, obviously...
You're going to get bored. Don't you think you're going to get bored? Don't you think you're going to get bored?
Yeah, eventually, probably.
Because I think that's like one of those things, routine, right? I don't know how much of a routine human you are or buy into what everybody else does, but like watching the film for the game, I feel like when guys retire, it's like that's a part of the thing that they miss most often. I'll be interested to see how you kind of...
I'm not gonna miss that part when I retire. I'm not gonna be sitting back watching. Hey, can you get the all 22 for me queued up? I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. But no, listen. I know obviously a lot of these coordinators and teams over the years, and played against Bill a few times, and I've talked to the staff and to some of the guys about some of the things that I think that they'd be trying to do against us. But in the end, I'm not playing on the field, and my day is literally rehab from the minute I get up until the minute I go to sleep, just about. So, there's different modalities I'm using, and machines, and there's ice, and there's heat, and there's a bunch of things. So,
modalities.
Yeah, it did.
So many good modalities, dude. So many
constantly
modalities.
doing things. So I'm not bored just yet.
Okay, well, we keep hoping that you'll be back by the end of the season because that would be epic there. I appreciate the fact that you say, Cam Akers got back in about 2.5. I like that there's a goal and that you're fully committed to it. We're excited to watch it. Ty has a question for you.
Aaron, obviously, with so much shit on your plate right now, and you may watch the Jets or you are watching the Jets, but when you see what Jordan Love's doing with the Packers just early here, does that give you like a sense of pride or accomplishment when you know a guy that was behind you and learned a lot from you has kind of taken that ball and played a lot better than a lot of people maybe thought he could?
Well, first of all, I think you got to just not listen to any of those expectations outside the facility or outside your own mind. And I think he does a good job at that. He's always had a good head on his shoulders. He put in a lot of great work last year that I think set him up to be confident. I think that's what I saw in the preseason was he just looked very confident. He's throwing the ball well. He was really the synchronicity between his drops and the route concepts looked really, really sharp. And as you know, my game over the years has been taking care of the football. And ball security is job security. So for him so far to not throw a pick in 2 games is really, really important. He's been efficient. I didn't see the Falcons game, but I did get to see a decent part of the Bears game. I thought he played excellent, and I was really happy for him. Green Bay quarterbacks have long made the fans of Chicago's days and nights pretty miserable, and I'm happy to see him picking up where I left off. But yeah, they got it's an important stretch for them. They're a young team. They've had, like last week, he had Christian and Aaron Jones were both out, and Dave was out, and I think Elton got hurt. So for him to still, be taking care of football like that, at bare minimum, they're going to be in the football game. And that's kind of what we said. Regardless who's on the field, who's hurt, if we take care of the football at quarterback, we're always going to be in the game. And, unfortunately, they lost in the end last week. But he's got off to a nice start. And the more he plays, I think the more he's going to shut people up. And I'm happy for him. He's a great kid.
Yeah, we love watching him here because the situation that happened obviously is not his fault. And it seems like he's just handled it well. You've enjoyed the way he's handled it. Did you send him a text after the game, or like Zach Wilson after the game, or any guys around the league now that you're just kind of laid up watching everybody else play?
Oh, of course. I'm texting like my retired friends during games. I'm texting the guys. I did send Jay a text right after the Bears. When they had pulled away, I sent him a message because I want him to see it when he got back to his phone. And just congratulations on keeping the ownership in place. That was pretty awesome for him. And I talk to Zach all the time. I love Zach. That's my guy. And we talk, every single day, and pulling for him, and just want him to go out and play free and confident this week. This Bill Belichick and the Patriots. Jets haven't beaten them in a while, so good time to end the streak.
Okay, so that's not a bad motivational speech there for Zach. Whenever we saw him at Hard Knocks, I thought I saw a different Zach than what I had seen in the past. Now, I didn't see a lot of them other than just on the football field, but behind the scenes with you, it looks like maybe, and as a kid shirtless over the shoulders here. Got a shirtless kid here.
Nice.
Got a shirtless boy. There's a shirtless white boy.
Catholic boy.
On the library lawn in front of touchdown Jesus Christ. Right now it's happening on the Pat McAfee Show, right? Can you get the shirtless white boy off the library lawn in front of touchdown Jesus Christ?
Give him a little time.
Touchdown Jesus, right now? Ladies and gentlemen, touchdown Jesus.
Boom.
That's not the
That
shirtless
kid is touchdown Jesus?
No, above. The guy in the yellow shirt's touchdown. Oh, that's touchdown Jesus.
Oh, there we go.
These live shows have been so stupid, Aaron. It's so hard. So hard, because it's hard not to just go, boy, this crowd at Notre Dame is the greatest crowd. Waving.
Boom.
It's hard not to do that every 5 minutes. You know what I mean? It's hard not to. We got to talk about stuff.
Are there any inappropriate signs that you maybe can't show, but you can sidebar text me about later?
No, none of those, not really. I mean, there's been some very terrible things that,
There's a good one.
There's one good one with checks next to the boxes.
Oh, yeah, there's one back there. These boys made a wooden sign. If you could zoom in towards the wooden sign there, then you'll see one that was made in your honor, I think.
Yeah.
I think you'll be able to see. If we could, if we get a camera. Yeah, that one right there on the left. I don't know if you.
Oh, my
Boom.
I believe that one's for Aaron. I do believe that one's for you, Pastor. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys.
That's a great one. That is a great one. Well done.
Well done. Hey, he just said, I love you, Aaron. I think a lot of people do, but I appreciate the fact that now you're just like us, like in the middle of a game sending text like, Paul, you just made a, what a throw. And then you forget that they can't get to their phone. I don't know if you've experienced that yet, but it's like, man, no response. What's going on? What the hell is going on? Oh, we got another drive. All right, we're still in the middle of the game. It's a fun thing. I think you will find some enjoyment out of it. Speaking of enjoyment, wait till you see how this dude looks. Connor has a question for you.
Hey, Aaron, great to see you. Pretty bummed, that you're saying you're getting bored. If you do, yeah, you can hear these marks booing. What idiots. They told me to cut the mullet earlier. I mean, talk about doofuses without their finger on the pulse. But, you talked about get a haircut, see? Might as well all have signs that say I'm a fucking mark, but that's just what I would probably give them to. But hey, that's neither here nor there. You mentioned getting bored. A couple, ideas for you. If you have time to turn off Fox News, because I know you love it, maybe grab a PS5 or a new Xbox. You can play some video games, watch a movie. But with that being said, there's a video, and I'm not sure if you saw it. It was of Tom Brady, and he kind of talked about the competitiveness of it. And I don't know if we have it or not, but he kind of talked about how in this new era there was, a lot of friendships, a lot of handshaking. Do we have the video?
We have the video.
Okay, yeah, I should probably run it for him.
I didn't have any friends on the other teams. I didn't, and I think it's a little different day and age.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't. I
Even
was
ex-teammates that left?
well, yeah, to a degree, but
Okay.
my friends were the guys that were in the battle with me. So
Sick.
it's very different in today's age. You've got to create a lot of different emotion to heighten your sense of awareness and focus. Like for me, anger was good. Anger was good because it was motivating. The more I could create an enemy, the more I wanted to go out and kill those guys. Now, I knew I wasn't going to kill them physically, but man, if I could just, what did they say? And what did they look like? And did they disrespect me at all? And did that asshole say something? Like, those are little things that can get me right in the emotional frame of mind that when I ran on the field and I said, let's fucking go.
And you talked about a little too, and to that video about how right after the Achilles, people are saying you're done. There's no way they can come back. It's back again. Once again, these people are just absolute fools. Sometimes you just gotta, let it eat a little. They have no idea. They're so bad at football. But with that being said, Aaron, you watched the video. What do you kind of think from that? Do you relate to that at all? Do you think that is, maybe a little too much? Because I know, you mentioned, like I said, after the Achilles, keep stacking these up against me. We'll see. We'll add those chips. So what do you think?
I kind of blacked out. I wasn't really listening. I was focused on my rehab while that video was going on.
Oh, what? It could have been motivating.
Smart.
Yeah, it could have been motivating.
No, first of all, let me just attack some of the rumors you're creating already. Number one, I don't watch Fox News.
What?
Oh, well, that was like 10 minutes ago.
What?
Yeah. Number two, I don't play video games. Okay?
Think about it.
Get that out of the way. No disrespect, it's preference, not judgment. Chill out.
Don't worry, they'll boo anything. I mean, it's good. It's a good thing.
Listen, Tom is talking about motivation, right? Inspiration, really. So actual slights, perceived slights, or made-up slights, right? Those can always be used as inspiration. Actual slights, somebody actually shit-talked you, right? Said something to you. Perceived slights, maybe they were gaslighting, maybe there was an undertone to it, read between the lines. And then made-up slights, which are fun too. You just make something up to give yourself a little extra inspiration. Yeah, all that stuff counts for something, for sure. It's all part of the competitive spirit, and being a great competitor is finding ways to motivate yourself. Like Michael Jordan used to do the same thing all the time too. He would make up a slight. Somebody said some shit about him that wasn't actually true, and then he went out and dropped 50, and the guy's like, "Well, I didn't even say anything. What are you talking about?" So I love it.
Yeah, you love hearing though, people, right? I mean, you actually said, "Give me your doubters, give me your timetables, give me this." I think you operate in a different way though. You're like super. I don't want to say you're a hip. You are. You're like a hippie though. I think a deep thinker, but you still enjoy those types of spiteful things. How do you balance that?
Well, first of all, when I said that, I hadn't seen anything. Like I've been on, I haven't really been on social media other than check and try and return some messages on Instagram. But I was assuming that there was people that thinking that maybe I was done, or I was never going to come back from this, or whatever they might say. And so yeah, I'm welcoming all of the doubts, all of the schedules that people have, all of the predictions, any of those things in a negative way to give me that 1% extra inspiration. Because I think Tom would say this, Michael Jordan would say this, a lot of great competitors, and I'm putting myself in their category, and not in just name only and competitive spirit only, but great competitors don't need a lot of inspiration. The motivation comes from within. I was just watching back Kobe Bryant's Muse, if you've seen that, when he came back from his Achilles, and it was a great just expose of the competitor that he is. Like he's these workouts he's famous for, the never being satisfied, always trying to get better, always working on little things. There's a lot to it. What are they cheering about now?
I believe Shane Gillis just showed up. I believe. If what I heard was accurate, but you were given that was what you just talked about. I think a lot of people are going to bring up because you watching Kobe's thing, right, with Kobe's doctor, with an Achilles at a later stage. I mean, it's that's a beautiful thing to think about. You have I don't want to say a blueprint, but somebody to kind of lead behind that is known for their work ethic, which I think you would like to be known for as well, even though it doesn't get talked about it much because you are a hippie, somebody who's at the top of their sport, which you are and have been and earned that. So whenever you say, I'm going to put my name in here, but only because you've earned it, okay, 4-time MVP, first ballot Hall of Famer. I think that's a beautiful little combination, which means the return story is going to be even sweeter. Have you thought about that? Have you thought about the moment of you jogging back out of MetLife Stadium again next season after healing the Achilles and coming back at the age of 40? Have you thought about that moment? Have you visualized it?
Of course. I think a visualization is an important part of the manifestation process because at the core of manifestation is a belief. And you have to have that belief it's going to happen again in order for that idea, that thought, to be able to turn into reality. So definitely. Now, I would adjust the sentence that you just said, because I don't believe in using those words arranged a specific way, spelled a certain way to put out there that the timelines or images or thought processes that don't necessarily align with what I actually want. So when I visualize it, I'm just visualizing being back on the field. Not a specific timeline, not a year, not this year, not next year. It's being able to run out of a tunnel back onto the field to do exactly what I love. And I don't know if I'm going to be carrying a flag this next time, but that was special. That was a special moment.
And the guy right behind you that got on the TV shot, they released that shot. Buddy, put that one in the house on replay. You know what I mean? And then you and Sauce having the sweetest celebration right there at the 50. It's a beautiful thing. We can't wait to see it again. I'm going to ask you to make one pick here, okay? Ohio State, Notre Dame tomorrow, right here in South Bend, Indiana. Aaron Rodgers, who wins and what's the score?
Listen, I am a hippie and I believe in energy, and I can't think of any greater energetic combination that's going to continue to grow and be like a snowball accumulating snow as it comes down the mountain and slams right into the Ohio State football team. And that snowball of energy is Lou and Lou.
Yes, you're right. Two Lou Holtzes.
I think Notre Dame is going to win 35-20.
Wow! Two-score win for Notre Dame, says our guest. Ladies and gentlemen,
Three touchdowns for Marvin Harrison Jr. though.
Oh, okay, missed the extra point. Sweet. I'm happy to hear you projecting that. Very appreciative of you doing that for a kicker. Okay.
No, they went for two.
Of course, because they had to catch up. Okay, got it. That's smart. We need as many points as possible. We appreciate you. Good luck with rehab. I hope to see you back soon, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Rodgers.